pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Be seated. And welcome everybody that's here today. Lynn, for the record, we have all board members present. Legal, however, is not.
Got it, thank you.
Thank you. First item is the minutes needing approval for the July 2nd meeting. Good.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes, approve them as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. I'll call the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Denny. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. One of our favorite things to do, Mayor. We're going to celebrate some milestone anniversaries for some of our employees. First up, with the street department for 5 years of service is Matthew Trump. Next up, with 5 years of service, is our friendly electrician from the Parks Department, Jeremy.
There he is.
Our third one, for 10 years of service, is Officer Clayton Reeder, who led me for joining us today. And then, last but certainly not least, 40 years of service, Steve Rocky.
Yeah, right. Hold those up. How's my hair look, David? Pretty good?
Better than mine.
Same barber. Good. Hey, thanks. Thanks. 60 years, maybe? Close to 60? Okay, close to 60, we had 40 when we got 40. Absolutely is. Always good to do. That'll take us to reports, oral and written. We do have no action needed unless there are concerns by you. We have some wastewater payment collections, late fees, and legal adjustments that have been presented to you for your, just being aware of. Any concerns there? And I have no legal, thank you very much. There is no unfinished business. That will take us to new business, and we have 5 street closure requests. The first one, Coach Ernable, looks like you're up first. Those speaking today, I'll start with Tracy. Good to see you, Tracy. The mic is set exactly where it needs to be, so you can just speak from the mic there at the lectern. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, so Baker Youth Club USC is going to be celebrating their 100th year of serving the kids in our community, which I think is pretty special. So we're having a big birthday celebration with lots of things going on, from a band to a professional rib cook-off, bounce houses, snow cones, ice creams. We're looking to close from Bronson to Grant. Where we would put them would be no hindrance to any other businesses with ours. So safety concern, people will be parking fairgrounds coming across, so that's kind of the request.
Safe to say, along with countless others, Coach Ernable and I may not even be here today.
Amen, brother.
The impact of the club on our lives when we were kids, and I know there's others out here, the same deal. So, wow, 100 years, and then 10 years, if I remember right, you just said for this.
No, this, I don't know what the 10-year is on there, but
100.
it's 100. Yep, Yep, 100 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was at the site or.
Yeah, no.
You moved around a little bit.
Yes, we have.
You know,
Yes, we have.
all for the good.
Amen.
All right. Any questions from?
One question is, I can't quite tell from the diagram, is Bronson Street going to be closed completely?
No.
Can people get
We'll
down?
put the barricades on the east side of Bronson, so Bronson can still be accessed to turn right or go straight into the fairgrounds.
Okay, all right.
And we would put them on the west side of Grant Street, so Fellowship Mission can still access Grant Street.
Okay, those were my two
Yep.
questions. So
Any other questions from the board?
No, it's nice there's no businesses involved.
Correct.
You know,
Yep.
I'm fine with this.
Thank you. All right, I'll make a motion then that we approve this street request for the 100-year celebration of Baker Youth Clubs.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. You guys have it. Thanks,
Thank you.
Tracy.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next road closure request is from the Scouts, the Covenant Wheel Road Closure request. Is there anyone here that would like to speak? No one is here on their behalf. This is the Lincoln Way District Covenant Wheel, October 17th, from 8 AM to 2 PM. Road closure request is from 5 AM to 2 PM. The closure will be on Indiana Street, from Maine, through Maine and Fort Wayne. You can see on page 4, what the request looks like on the map. Main Street representative here, is anybody, do you have any concerns with that? None?
No, we're okay with it.
Okay. Would anybody like to, any public comment? I don't think they have a representative here. This has happened in the past, this event, so. Any questions from the board, from me? Nora's here to help me, bail me out.
We're hoping that the rest of Indiana will be open by that time, right?
What do you mean by that? More specific, I'm sorry.
Well, we have construction, we have a lane closed on Indiana.
I think it's supposed to be open by the end of this month.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I was thinking. And I see they have insurance.
I was told also this is the same footprint that they've always used.
Yeah.
And the event is on the 17th of October, so I am guessing
Well,
yes, that's,
yeah. That's just been our concern with safety and South streets, but I think when I looked at it.
Yeah. That crossed my mind. Are you okay?
yes, yes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the street closing as presented from Scouting America.
I'll second that.
For the vote, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, thank you. The next item, Patrick, you can come on up. I don't know how many years now, but I'm invited. I've been there once or twice. My wife, a much better neighbor than me, has been there more often. What a great thing that you do. What are we looking at here again?
So this is an annual fall block party we've done for, I think this is year 10 or 11. And we block off a street just so the kids in the neighborhood have a place to ride bikes and skateboard without danger of getting hit by cars. So this is Lindbergh to Lincoln on Clark Street. It does affect our neighbors, but they're all invited and usually are there anyway, so it's kind of become a thing. Yeah, so I just ask that you will allow this for the safety of the children.
Just a neat thing, Patrick. I appreciate it, just being a neighbor of yours, willingness to do this for countless families and kids. It's fun to see.
We had 160 last year.
It's really neat.
That's great.
I think it's great.
Yep.
I didn't know that many people lived in there.
They have friends.
So it's big families.
It's a friends and family.
If we approve, will you make it approve?
I usually sometimes I have a ridgeline that goes down. We actually had our own block party at our pool the other day. I think we had 30 kids over, so it was all, I don't know if you kids were over or not, but yeah, what are those 30 bicycles doing out in your driveway, Jeff? I don't know, so, yeah, so, really neat.
Sounds like kind of me. Did you have permission? I make a motion that we approve this neighborhood block party, and I'm glad that your neighborhood is stuck together. You just remember your first time coming
Mhm.
and asking about this, so, yeah.
I'll second that.
Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
I
The ayes have it. Thanks again, Brad.
Thank you.
Next item. Nora, thank you. Second, term.
Yes.
Good. All right, what are we looking at?
So for Dinner on Blanc, this year we'll be doing it on August 15th. Last year we had wonderful attendance, closed down the intersection of Center and Buffalo for a evening lit dinner experience. We support the restaurants, will sell tickets as well to have, if they want to participate and have tables out. And we're also doing community tables this year, so we're hoping for even larger attendance this year.
Questions from the board? Nora, Terry's here. Good morning.
It's not a good publicity on this one, right?
Yes, it's a very fun event for everybody.
Didn't go, but I remember looking at it when I looked like,
Well, you should come this
Are
year
you
then.
gonna go this year?
mine.
And we were hoping to close the road at 1 o'clock, just so it's easier, just so we can go right from farmer's market to this event and have it closer instead of reopening for an hour or two and then closing again. So, we'll just basically move road signs.
And I will tell the board, I saw the efforts to get ready for this event.
That was sort of fun
From my
watching it.
corner, yeah, okay, so the two of us watched it. She was eye level, mine was up above, and I was glad I was not out there getting ready. That was
Yes.
a lot of work to get ready for that, so I can see why they would want.
So this year you're gonna help move tables and chairs.
I didn't say that.
It's gonna be on a
Dylan
Saturday.
was here,
Yes.
yeah, there you go, it's on a Saturday.
It is on a Saturday this year.
Our regular nap time in the afternoon. Okay, that's good.
Oh, it's in the evening.
Okay.
Well,
Seventh is in the afternoon.
You know, he has his early nap time for his
And
evening
late.
too. His
There you go, yeah.
bedtime nap.
Dustin's on vacation.
Now, I know the community looks forward to this, and it's a great way to showcase our restaurants and for people to perhaps meet some new restaurant owners, and maybe try some that, some places they haven't stuck into before, so I make a motion that we approve this, George.
And I'll second.
Motion to approve along with a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you.
And I will stay for the next one too.
All right, our last one is Rex's Rendezvous. I think it's their 50th anniversary.
I saw this is right at the finish line.
Yeah, so,
It is very last minute. Unfortunately, this is also gonna be Robin's retirement party, a surprise, and it's blown up larger
and what?
than what was expected. So,
It was a surprise until just now,
Well-
because we're being live broadcast.
Live stream.
I was gonna say,
There you go, yes.
I did tell Crystal that that was gonna happen, and this was more important.
He may not be watching.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I remember when the Waters bought the establishment and moved into town, because my parents' store was right about beside there, so. I might go.
Yeah.
It looks like the neighborhood businesses are supporting this, so.
Right.
All the businesses that share that block are also closed on Sunday, so there is no, and it's only to the alley, they're not wanting to go all the way down to the next cross street.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to accept the request to close the road for the 50th anniversary party as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve along with a second. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thanks, Nora.
Thank you.
Mr. Nick King, you have an MOU, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for taking this on this morning. So this is a memorandum of understanding or agreement with the county. The county commissioners have partnered with the airport. They will be contributing $500,000 towards the phase 2 of our east-west runway rehabilitation project. We got our bids in and my board awarded those last week at the meeting, and this is just to enter into the agreement with the county so that they can contribute to that project.
Nick, how many years now has this $500,000 of support come from the county? I know just a great appreciation in the past for our commissioners that have signed this already,
Yeah.
as well as the council, the county council, for supporting our efforts for what I would say is not just a municipal airport, but a community regional airport. We've talked about that. So give us a brief history on that, if you would.
So this would be, if you guys vote and sign this today, this would be the third year that they've partnered with us on the project. We're hoping for at least one more next year as the third and final phase of the runway project. With the state and federal grants and projects we have going on, by the end of 28, possibly 29, depending on our funding schedule, all of our major asphalt at the airport will be replaced. And so we will go from having some of the oldest asphalt in the state to some of the newest, and that just really decreases the wear and tear on the aircraft that are flying in and out of our airport. We have asphalt that's over 40 years old out at the airport that we're still trying to maintain, and getting this new surface coat on a lot of that's been a huge help. This year, we are doing our north-south taxiway, and so this project will be going in conjunction with that project. That way there's certain times we have to close one runway or the other, and so by doing these simultaneously, it'll actually decrease the amount that our tenants are impacted by that. And so the coordination effort's been quite a bit here the last few weeks, making sure everybody's up to date and knows what dates things are happening, when different asphalt or pavement sections are closing and opening, so that we can try and remain open and we don't have to disappoint any of our tenants throughout this project. So.
Really appreciate your work with federal, state officials, regional stakeholders. Spent the morning with Ryan Miller yesterday, and your name was brought up. And then in this case, county leadership, to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars to support our efforts, which is to serve businesses and the people that work for those businesses. Getting up and off and around and all of that, so I appreciate it.
And just so you guys are aware, if you start getting calls, the crop dusters showed up over the weekend. They would be flying right now, but the smoke is actually keeping them grounded here this week. They were supposed to start Monday, so they'll be in full force here in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
You were flying last night.
Were they?
Yes, you
Any questions for Nick on this? It's just a great thing, the county support and assisting us. I greatly appreciate it.
And I hope that we continue to have county support even after the runways are finished, because it is an asset to our entire county and our economic development everywhere.
Asphalt's gone up so much in price, it's good to get it down the way down. It's a fuel, but I'm fine.
All right, I'll make a motion that we approve this memorandum of understanding with the county.
And I'll second.
Motion along with a second. Thanks again, Nick. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Travel requests from HR, Denny.
Yeah, so we've got several travel requests from the fire department and police department this month. Looks like we got 5 members of our fire department leadership team going to a Unified conference. That's a conference where they're gonna go down and learn a little bit more about the First Due program that they use, the technology that they've been working with. So we got some leaders going down there to get a better grasp of that software. And then Division Chief Jerry Williams will be going to the Fire Investigation Conference from Danville. We've also got 3 from the police department, one for Captain Keller, one for Lieutenant Coble, and one for Sergeant Reed. All 3 going down to different types of conferences to enable them to help our community better.
Questions from the board for any of these requests?
Do you really wanna go to Nashville?
Absolutely.
Just wanted to verify it.
No, Brad may not wanna go to Oklahoma City in
Yeah.
August.
Do you have any questions on this?
No.
All right, I'll move we approve the travel request as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion in a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you, Denny. Next is the new hire and change in payroll report.
Yep, pretty simple in this month, or this meeting. We hired a new administrative assistant for the cemetery. Our administrative assistant, Leanne, is going to be retiring at the end of the month. So we have hired her replacement so that they can work together for a little bit. And then finally got our 44th officer. So we're fully staffed at the police department come August 16th.
Yeah.
I will definitely make a motion to approve this.
I'll gladly second.
I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you, Denny.
Thank you.
Fire Department, Assistant Chief, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
2 items here. The first one is a purchase approval.
Yeah, so the first one's gonna be, for a 2026, Chevy Silverado replacement of our fleet. So we have money left over with the saving of buying a Tahoe from the airport, so we're just gonna go ahead and replace that one. So we already have all the lights and everything, so we're just basically just buying the truck.
This did get approval a week ago or?
Yes,
so
on
from-
July 7th from the territory board, it got approved.
So did get approval and my attention, not only the type of model that you have to purchase to serve police and fire, but then also the price. That's just a really good price. That's the $47,653. Yes, so.
Sometimes they're hard to judge right in front.
all right.
So, do you have any questions? I'll move we approve the Warsaw Wayne Fire Territory request for the new truck.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve along with the second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Assistant Chief, the next item.
The next one is for a emergency purchase for a new generator for our Station 17. We have an annual service contract with Cummins. They come out every year and service it. However, this one at 17's is just, we can't get the parts for it. It's old, it's deteriorating. And they had a critical system failure in June of this year with it. So this is just a request for an emergency purchase. It's already been approved by the territory board. So I just want to let you guys know.
I think getting 40 years out of that is amazing.
I know.
Yeah, so right now, we don't have a generator at Station 17, so,
It's very deep.
Yeah, so I would make a motion that you leave this meeting immediately and go get it.
we're working on it.
I think you get that on ours.
That is a problem. We learned that.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. I want to thank the territory board for their efforts, the chief, assistant chief, as well as staff. And then also the last 2 pages of this 18-page reality. Adam Turner, our attorney, working with Scott Boyce, who's not here this morning, to make sure the public is aware there are steps under Indiana code. We rarely do it. Where for what you said, Diane, just safety, emergency, you don't want the power to be off at any fire station or emergency services facility. And so Adam, in his page and a half, legal jargon supporting the request, not only to the fire territory, which he was present for that
Yeah.
meeting,
Yes, sir.
but also advising us as well, Diane, to support that motion, so I do appreciate that. Any further comments, Will?
No.
Thanks again for your assistance today. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It was good that it was in the paper and people were talking about it in the press, because when people realize, oh, it's what we have to have this system. So that's amazing. I got the first one in our neighborhood that lasted 22 years, and they couldn't believe it. But finally, you can't get parts from it.
Right.
And that's why, and then too expensive, so time to upgrade.
Thank you for those comments, George. Appreciate it. Planning Department, Justin, good morning.
Before you today is a request for an approval of a grant agreement with the Federal Highway Department. DOT has granted the city of Warsaw $400,000 in addition to a grant received from K-21 for $100,000 for the study and implementation of a demonstration project in downtown Warsaw to connect the greenway on the west side of town to the greenway on the east side of town. So this will enable us to hire a consultant and study that corridor and implement a project that would connect these safely, getting bicycle and pedestrian traffic through downtown and from one greenway to the other. This would enhance the connection to Winona Lake as well. We do have a member of the Ride Walk Advisory Committee present today who actually applied for these grants and was able to get us awarded these funds. So I just ask for your consideration of that grant agreement. This will initiate about a 5-year process for studying the corridor and then, getting feedback and then eventually implementing that project. So very excited between this request and the next request that will represent over $1 million of investment in downtown. So it's very exciting.
Justin, I appreciate your efforts, the entire Ride Walk team for this. It's just another step in the right direction. It's not going to be easy steps, but your efforts greatly appreciated. The council's aware of it, and appreciate you standing here today. A lot of work to get to this point today, so appreciate that. Any questions or comments from other board members?
My one comment would be that it will be very important for the public to attend any public input sessions. That is their opportunity to weigh in, and instead of waiting until something is in process or finished to complain or express concern or agree with and support, it needs to happen during this study. This is a design study and it's what's designed to do. So I just really urge everyone to become involved in this so that we can get those two sections of trail connected in the best way possible and the safest way possible. I think that's a concern for everybody. So I applaud you for getting this. I remember it was like a long shot, when we came, and you played it and got it, so congratulations. And now we want to move forward with it, and the community needs to be involved and watch for announcements and invitations to give their input.
Always helpful when the public is engaged. Even Abraham Lincoln said public opinion baths can help everybody. And I'm hoping that we will see engagement from the community as planning department, other stakeholders, Ride Walk here, continue to move in a direction what could be done, what can we do. So appreciate that, Diane. George, any questions or comments?
I agree with what you said, so I think you have to make the motion yourself.
I'll make a motion that we accept this federal grant and this grant from K-21 in order to continue this project.
And I'll second that.
Motion to approve along with a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Justin, next item.
So the next item is another exciting piece of news for downtown. Terry Sweeney's been a busy man, he's over there. So I definitely don't want to steal any of his thunder, but this represents a request, or before you use a request to K-21, so that Terry would apply on behalf of the city for this grant to K-21 very exciting. There's some renderings attached, and I'm sure you guys have seen some of these during meetings that Terry has held, but again, I don't want to steal his thunder, but a very exciting project for downtown. So this would be about almost a $700,000 park development downtown. He's kind of putting all the pieces together. The previous request actually dovetails nicely into his efforts as well in downtown, so a lot of things happening. So if you have any questions, Terry might be your guy to answer those.
11 pages are part of this, and the renderings, conceptual. Near the end, I'm looking at page 8, and it will be a nice addition to that side of town, so.
Yeah, I don't know if in a public forum we had an explanation, maybe you just like to tell about this a little bit, because I've seen it a couple times, I'm excited about it, so.
Good, thanks, Terry.
Exciting project is what we call if you remember the cultural district plan we released in November of 2025, it envisioned Buffalo Street being a kind of an art trail linking Center Lake with the southern part of downtown. And along that trail would be art and light to kind of create the connective tissue. This park would be at the southern end of downtown as a gateway into downtown. And the art trail would be called Buffalo Arts Trot. And this would be the Buffalo Art Play Lot. And it's been a project we've worked on with Anderson Bolander and Larry and Parks Department to design. And it'll be the first fully fenced park in the city.
And I think that's really helpful. We had requests for several years for parents who have autism, kids with autism or other sensory disorders, that it's very difficult to keep them contained
Yeah.
in an area, and then for that area to have safe things for them to do. So I know Larry's had this dream, and so it's exciting to get this money to do it.
Yeah, and it's a park that will be accessible to people of all abilities, as well as there's a special Sona interactive play arch that Larry and the mayor have seen. What city was that in?
Down by
Westfield.
By Westfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? We were
Yeah.
dancing through with Sean.
Yeah. So
We were those two old guys together. I remember that.
Yeah.
we've applied to other places in addition to K-21, and so keeping our fingers crossed that maybe we'll have enough funding by the end of the year to move forward with the project in 2027.
I went to the art commission, or the meeting that Terry had with the art commission gal the other day, it was very good. And then on Monday, I did a tour of Carmel and Westfield and looked at the sculptures and did all that at Velma with a couple people, and now I'm in city business. But I love seeing those, we kept marveling at how realistic
Oh, yeah.
the sculptures.
Yeah.
And I remember having those, so I'm fine, I'm all for applying for this grant, are you?
Oh, definitely.
All right, I'll make a motion that, to approve the permission to apply for the K-21 grant for, the downtown sculpture park.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Motion in a second. Justin, thanks again for your work. Terry, really appreciate it. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Police Department. Hello, sir.
Hey, John.
Good.
On June 15th, Warsaw Police Department was granted permission to apply for a grant through Health First Kosciuszko. We have now been awarded that grant, and the Warsaw Police Department is requesting to be able to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Health First Kosciuszko and to accept the grant for a total of $2,264.
Well, I remember this application, and I'm excited that you guys got it, and that it will help continue
and a second, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Wastewater, stormwater. Brandon. Already got one vote. All right, go ahead. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at renewing a contract with the USGS, or United States, Geological Survey. And this is with the United States Department of Interior. This is for the joint funding agreement for operations of the Pike Lake stream gauge. This is essential for flood forecasting, water resource management, and environmental protection. It provides timely data on the water levels and what's coming into the lake. And one thing I would like to note is that this information has been kind of underutilized. So the utilities working to catalog or look at past weather trends, stream data, and using this information and ongoing lake gauge information to better forecast and be able to alert our elected and public safety officials to better be able to provide flood advisory warnings and information like that.
Any questions from the board?
I mean, I have it on my phone, and whenever it starts to rise, I check it and make some calls, and you guys have started monitoring it too.
Yes.
This is a great forecast tool. The history of this is that they put it into operation, they ran it for a number of years, and they were gonna decommission it and take it out. And so we looked at what the importance would be, to our community, what would happen if it was taken out. I think this might be the 4th year.
Well, it's been
Oh, it's
longer
On
than
that,
that.
yes, all
I would say,
About 10
and
years.
yeah, I've seen about 10 years.
For a while, we had a joint, but they fixed the price at the time that we made the agreement, so we had that same price in perpetuity as long as we continue to renew. And it would go out and, we could use it.
Yes, and again, I think it would be very beneficial moving forward after reviewing past weather trends, and seasonal trends, and, peak discharge rates to get a better understanding when we have these potential floods coming in, and then, again, the real-time data, that's when it really comes into effect, for being able to utilize it to provide those advisories.
I get to do it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve this agreement with the United States Geological Survey.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Thank you for your time. Thanks for your work. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Lynn, I don't think there are any special claims.
There are no
We have a
special claims.
Claims docket, 11 pages.
11 pages.
All claims expected.
Somewhat of others.
I looked over the docket. Do you have any questions?
No, it was all on this.
It was a long one.
It was a long one.
You?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we accept the claims dockets as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion to accept along with a second. Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Well, that concludes our meeting. Is there anyone who would like to comment? Anything to say to the board?
I got some, Jim. Larry's our, country concert,
Oh, yeah, give that.
Central Park.
So I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Tonight's our country concert, 7 o'clock is the opening act, 8:30 is the frontman. It's the lead singer of Restless Heart, Lone Star in Little, Texas. They've had 30 #1 hits over their career, so we're hoping that the rain will come early and go away, and we can have this concert tonight. That'll be a good show. Come on out and see.
Thank you, Larry, for
Not
that.
really get rid of this.
You're moving pretty good, Larry.
Thank you.
He is, isn't he? You could probably dance at the concert tonight, Larry.
Maybe, throw my hip out.
Do a little two-step.
We'll be making sure those bushes are still alive over by the main entrance.
I know, I've been checking.
Wayne, you don't wanna know. Montana, you be quiet, all right? Anybody else? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.